would you include Trump and the Trump administration, and indeed every American administration in modern times, the kind of slavish support for Israel? If you look at the split on the conservative right, you can pretty well draw a line between the likes of Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, and others, even Marjorie Taylor Greene to a degree, and others who have been critical of the Israeli government strategy, for example, in the war on Hamas, and those who have steadfastly defended everything Israel has done. There is a running line there developing between the two, and Israel does seem to be a common theme.
I am so tired of having this Israel debate. I'm so sick of it. And what's happened is they've done a hat game, a shell game, where they've swapped out Ukraine for Israel. And I don't know what the hell is our problem in this country with our obsession with getting involved in other people's business. You know, George Washington, who I think most people would tend to say is our best president. Sorry what he did to you Brits, Piers. I know you'll never forgive him for it. But
actually, I blame King George III. He was such an imbecile.
Truly, that guy was your own Joe Biden. That was your Joe Biden. Piers in England. George Washington, his final words to the American people, his final words, his last speech before he went off into the sunset, something Barack Obama refuses to do. But he went off into the sunset and lived out his days. He said, don't get embroiled in foreign entanglements. That's how we lose this place. That's how we destroy our country. These countries have problems of their own. They have blood feuds. I'm talking about Israel and Ukraine here, by the way. Blood feuds that go back thousands of years before there was an America. And how the hell we're supposed to go in and solve this? We're supposed to come in and somehow be the solution to something that it goes back to Abraham or back to the feudal times, like in the Roman Empire. If you're looking at Ukraine, this fanatic obsession. I was enraged, by the way, when somebody put up a Ukraine flag in my neighborhood. Yeah, I live here in Florida. That should be illegal. Somebody put up these Ukraine flags. I would see them popping up all over my neighborhood. You go to DC, dude, you're more likely to find a pride flag or a Ukraine flag or an Israel flag than you are to find an American flag. What the hell is that, Piers? People know that their country's broken. And they know that this place needs so much work. And that it's going to be tough work, really hard, to fix this place. And instead of doing that tough work, they're going to project onto some other country. And we're going to sit here and woke scold about Israel or Palestine, Hamas, Ukraine, the Donetsk, whatever, Crimea, Russia, instead of fixing ourselves. It is so much easier to look at someone else and be like, they're a fat ass, they're such a slob, they need to go to the gym. While you're sitting there 150 pounds overweight on the couch.